Hey guys, Brent here, Space City Lights. Hey, another video here on essentially what does the outdoor lighting installation process consist of? How long does it take? We're going to go over that. So let's say we get through the sales appointment, everything sounds good. You guys pick one of the options. We pick up a deposit check from you. We get your outdoor lighting scheduled. And typically, once we get that day scheduled, we call 811. They come out and mark everything. Really important thing that's not talked about a lot. Internet wire, fiber wire. We need to make sure that is marked. Now, for whatever reason, if 811 doesn't get out there, we can still figure out where that wire is running. So typically what we do, we find the wire coming in on the side of the house. And let me just back up and say sometimes that wire is coming overhead. If it's coming overhead, we don't have to worry about it. But if it is dug in, we'll find where it's coming in and essentially pull up that wire a few feet so we can see the direction it's going in, and then we know to avoid it. So, but like I said earlier, we do call 811 to come out. Sometimes they just don't come out. We've seen that before. It doesn't happen often, but it can. So essentially, we get all that taken care of. We come out day of install. Typically, an install only takes about a day. If it turns out to be a large project, it can take over a day, but even front of backyard, average install, we typically can get done in a day. So we come out. Most important thing is to, first thing we do, mark the areas where the lights are going by either flagging them and or putting just the fixture box and or the bulb there in the location where the light is going. So everybody's aware, the crew, the labor crew is aware of where that light's going to be installed at. The technician knows. And then from that point, as soon as that's marked, we immediately go to the area where the transformer is going to be installed. And then we talk about how the wire will be run. Sometimes depending on the wattage and how many lights you have to run separate cables, even though it's LED. So we really need to understand that. And then we figure out that calculation for you and figure that all out. And then once we do that, then we actually draw a map of where everything's going to go, and you'll receive that via soft copy PDF. And that's something really great to have in the future. If you ever do any kind of work, you'll know where those lines are running, transformers at, the lights are at. And then we essentially just install transformer, run conduit, underneath transformer, wire goes in the conduit, and we dig the wire in about 4 to 6 inches. We do not go that deep. We don't need to go that deep. It's low voltage wire. It runs about 12 to 15 volts. Totally safe. So we only need to make, a slight incision in the yard, put the wire in, and then we're good. So no biggie there. Yes, if we end up doing Wi-Fi on your system, this is something we always make sure of before we start anything on that project. We go to the area where the transformer is going to be, and we verify we have a good Wi-Fi signal. And typically, we'll set the Wi-Fi up on the transformer before we even install any lights, because it's imperative that we have a good connection. But this is only when we're installing a Wi-Fi solution, right? And typically we'll do that. We can do that with just, one color warm white, or we can do that with full color as well. So, and then if we have dimming options, we tackle that also, and that's typically in our full color options. So that's essentially it. Yeah, like I said, one day is very typical, and then we just, communicate internally to make sure everything's going correctly. And then once everything's installed, then if the client is home, we have them come out, take a look at everything, know where the transformer's at, timer, show them the timer, show them the lights, they're working, clean the lights up, present that to them, and then you get to use your lighting that night. That's it. Thank you.